Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanchari. Yamuna Tira Vanchari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Natvar Radha Natvar Shri Radhe. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. me pull up the verse here. 214. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Dishitarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So we have two verses for today. We'll start with the first verse, 214. Can repeat after me. Deha patya kalatra deshu Atma saneshwa satsvapi Tesham pramato nidanam Pashyanapi na pashyati Deha patya kalatra deshu Atma saneshwa satsvapi Tesham pramato nidhanam Pashyanapi na pashyati. Anyone wants to say? Dehapatya kalatra dishvam Atmasaneshva satsapi Tesham pramato nidhanam Pashyanapi na pashyati. Translation. Persons devoid of Atma Tattva do not inquire into the problems of life, being too attached to the fallible soldiers like the body, children and wife. Although sufficiently experienced, they still do not see their inevitable destruction. So, fallible soldiers, body, wife and children. Krishna is called infallible. One name of Krishna is he's Achyuta. He's infallible, one who never fails to protect his devotees. Rest everything is fallible. So we'll read the purport. This material world is called the world of death. Every living being, beginning from Brahma, whose duration of life is some thousands of millions of years, down to the germs who live for a few seconds only, is struggling for existence. So Brahma's lifespan is 311 trillion years. Compared to that, our lifespan of 80-90 years is insignificant. Just like Prabhupada gives the example of a fly that lives only for maybe 12 hours. It gets birth in the day, then it gets a little older, it has a family, it has children, and then gets old and it dies. Within 12 hours, its whole lifespan is finished. So for us, the lifespan of a fly is like insignificant, and compared to Brahma, our lifespan is very insignificant. A Brahma bhuvanar loka punar avartino arjuna mam upetya tu kante punar janmana vidyate. So from the highest planet, Brahma lok, down to the lowest, all are places of misery, because everywhere there is repeated birth and death. Everybody, Prabhupada is saying, is struggling for existence. Therefore, this life is a sort of fight with material nature which imposes death upon all. So, every statement of Prabhupada, when we read Bhagavatam, if we meditate on that statement, like for this one, it says, death for everyone. So, if you keep death in front of you, then you can make spiritual advancement. So, you always have to keep every passing of day and night, one day is getting lost. And Bhagavatam says we should be shaken up by fear, and we should give up all material attachments, give up all material desires, because I'm getting one day closer to my death. We should be in fear like that. Then Prabhupada says, in the human form of life, a living being is competent enough to come to an understanding of this great struggle for existence. But being too attached to family members, society, country, etc., he wants to win over the invincible material nature by the aid of bodily strength, children, wife, relatives, etc. Although he is sufficiently experienced in the matter by dint of past experience and previous examples of his deceased predecessors, he does not see that the so-called fighting soldiers, like the children, relatives, society members, and countrymen, are all fallible in the great struggle. So this verse says, Pashyan na pashyati. Seeing, he does not see. He is seeing that everybody is dying. All my ancestors, they are dead. People around me are dying. But the greatest wonder, as Yudhishthira Maharaj says, is ahani ahani bhutani gachanti yamalyam sheshasthavar icchanti kim ascharya param. What can be more wonderful than this? Then we are seeing everybody dying right and left, but we are not preparing for our death, and we think that we will not die. Actually, Prabhupada's last words were, don't think this will not happen to you. You will also become old. You will also become diseased. If you keep that in front of you, then you will not be distracted and you will not commit sinful activities just for the enjoyment of this body. Because you will get old, you'll get disease, you'll have to die, and you have to see the next life, the karma, the results of your activities. And one should examine the fact that his father or his father's father has already died, and that he himself is therefore also sure to die. And similarly, his children, who are the would-be fathers of their children, will also die in due course. No one will survive in this struggle with material nature. Somebody was saying no one gets out alive, right? Was but just with that statement, he got awakened to his consciousness. We can be spending years and years in Krishna consciousness, maybe not making progress, but if we meditate and fully are convinced by just one statement that Prabhupada makes or devotees make, nobody gets out alive, and we can make quick advancement. Better a moment of consciousness than a long life of the trees spent in negligence and without proper consciousness. So Radhanath Maharaj also gives the example of goat. Goat is feeling happy eating green grass in front of it, but it does not see that it's on an assembly line. The goat in front of that is being butchered, it's being cut. Like that, we are also a goat, we are also on the assembly line. People before us have died, and within a short time, our situation will also be like that. Or it's like somebody is enjoying in their home with their family and children, but they are in a place like Iraq or Afghanistan. Anytime a bomb can fall onto their house, everything finished. That's the situation we have in the material world. Or like that of a man which is hanging from the branch of a tree. There is a tiger nearby, the elephant is trying to break the tree, there is snake underneath in the well, there is the white and black rats that are chewing onto the branch, there are bees that are biting him. Amongst all of these problems, he is trying to lick the honey which is falling down from the bee comb, honeycomb, little bit of honey. He thinks that he can enjoy in that situation. Our situation is like that in this material. Padam padam yad vipadam. Every step there is danger. The body that we have, anytime, anything can happen to this body, and we think that we can enjoy. And we're trying. So always, if you keep that example in front of you, then every moment you are serious and sincere and focused on your goal to get out of this material world. Okay, next, Prabhupada says, the history of human society definitely proves it. Yet the foolish people still suggest that in the future they will be able to live perpetually with the help of material science. This poor fund of knowledge exhibited by human society is certainly misleading, and it is all due to ignoring the constitution of living soul. This material world exists only as a dream due to our attachment to it. Everything that we see in this material world is a dream. Like in dream, sometimes we see a tiger which is chasing us. Sometimes we see we are a king or a rich man and we are enjoying so much, or our house is on fire, or sometimes we are crying, sometimes we are laughing in the dream. But it's all a dream, because when you wake up, you see, oh, there is no tiger, there is nothing to fear. I was not a rich man, I was not a beggar, nothing. So when we wake up from this dream of this material world, that Dvaita Bhadra Bhadra Gyan Ei Manodharm, Ei Bhala, Ei Manda, Eisha Brahm. It's all Brahm, illusion. This is good thing that happened to me, or this is bad thing that happened to me. It's all Brahm. The biggest Brahm is that I am this body. And things belonging to this body is mine. I, me and mine is the greatest illusion. So good times and bad times, it will all pass away like a dream. So we should not take things so seriously, as Mataji was saying recently yesterday. Whatever happens in our life, we should not take it too seriously, and we should not get distracted because of these temporary happiness and temporary distress. We should tolerate them because this is insignificant. It will pass away just like a dream. We have to keep our eyes focused on our goal. So we want to wake up to the reality that we are not this body and that we are spirit soul. We have no other designations. We have to give up all our upadhis, these external designations. I am a male, I am a female, I am a father, I am a mother, I'm a son or daughter of this person. All these upadhis need to be given up. And how can we give up these upadhis? Sarvopadhi vinurmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. When we engage all our senses in Krishna's service all the time, hetuki apratihata, without stopping and unconditionally serving Krishna, then our senses will become purified, and then we will forget all these material designations. Then there is no fear, there is no distress. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to wake us up from this dream. So this song that he has, Jiva jago, Gaura Chanda bole, Kota nidra jao, Maya pishachi rakole. Wake up, sleeping souls, wake up. How long will you sleep in the lap of the witch called Maya? Maya has captured us. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhoga vancha kare pashate maya tare japatiya dhare. Every moment Maya is trying to capture us. If we don't remember Krishna, Maya will capture us. So every moment we have to remember Krishna. Bhoji boliya eshe samsara bhitare, bholiya rohile tumi avidyara bhare. You have forgotten the way of devotional service and you are lost in the world of birth and death. But tumare loete ami hoinu avatara, ami bina bandhu ara ke ache tumara. So I have come to save you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. Other than myself, you have no friend. Only I am your friend. Ami binna bandhu ara kya che tumhara. Nobody loves us like Krishna. Everybody in this world love themselves. We all are very selfish. We love ourselves. Nobody loves us except for Krishna. So Prabhupada says there is only lust in this material world. There is no love. The word love can only be used in relationship to Krishna. The closest that gets to it in the material world is mother's love for the child, because it's unconditional. She is not expecting anything in return from the child. Aushadhi maya nashi baralagi, Hari Nam Maha Mantra lao tumi magi. So how can we get up from this dream of this material world? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us the medicine. The Hare Krishna mantra is a medicine, and this medicine will wake us up from this dream. So Amoglila Prabhu was saying that everything is a dream. You know, there is night dream and there is daydream. Night dream, we get up and we know that, oh yes, I got a dream. But the daydream, we don't think this is a dream, because it continues. Because every night we get a different dream, it's discontinuous. But this morning dream is continuous, so we think that this is reality. But then he says, so this Bhagavatam class, this chanting on this arti that we do, is that also a dream? He says, no, that's a alarm clock that is waking you up from this dream, because it's telling you the reality, who you are. So Prabhupada is saying that we have to give up all our attachments, and all our attachment to this body. E dhana yavana putra parijan, ethe ki ache parati tire, kamal dal jala jivan talmala, Bhajahu Hari Pad Niti Re. There is no assurance of happiness in one's yavan, in one's youth, in putra, in one's sons and parijan, family members. And our life is like Kamala Dalajal Jeevan Talmalayam. Our life is like a drop of water on the lotus petal. It can fall down anytime. Anytime. We are on very unstable platform. Anytime the thing can crash. Also, an example is given of straws that come together. So family members, they come together for one lifetime, like straws coming together by the waves of the river, but then they scatter. By force of karma, they have come together because they have some karmic reactions. But then, we all get separated. Like also in a train, we get together, some passengers get together, but then when station comes, some leave and then they get separated. So same thing, we should not get too much engrossed in these family attachments because it's temporary. It should be all our family relationships should be centered around Krishna. We should see others as Krishna's daughter and Krishna's son. For a brief period we are together, so we should help each other. All devotees should help each other, leaving all envy aside, all nothing, not doing any harm to anyone, just helping each other to get to the goal. That's why we are here. So Prabhupada further says, due to lack of knowledge of self, we become victimized by the force of ignorance and thus spoil the valuable energy of human life in a vain search after permanent living conditions, which are impossible in this material world. We are all looking for eternally living happily ever after. That is the desire of the soul, because the soul is eternal. Anandamaya Bhasad always wants to enjoy eternally. That is our, but because it thinks that it's this body, it tries to get enjoyment in bodily terms. But we know that it's temporary. Bodily enjoyment is temporary. But we want to have eternal happiness. And that can only be attained by serving Krishna. Whether in this world we are serving Krishna or going back home, back to Godhead. Mama Janmani Janmani Ishwari Bhavatan. We can get this eternal happiness. We get full satisfaction when we satisfy Krishna by unconditionally, uninterruptedly serving Krishna. Also, like building our homes and families in this world is like building a sand castle right next to the ocean. Anytime the wave will come and destroy the whole castle. So it's a useless labor. Dharma swanisatha pumsa Vishwak Sena Kathasuya Notpade Yadiratim Shrama Evahi Kevalam. If any of our occupational duties is not taking us towards Krishna, it's not giving us attraction towards Krishna, then it's useless labor. So we should not engage in any activity that takes us away from Krishna. And then every step that we are taking or everything that we are doing in that activity is taking us away from our goal. We should only do those things that take us forward towards Krishna. All our activities can be dovetailed in Krishna's service. That is Yukta Vairagya. Our friends, relatives, and so-called wives and children are not only fallible but also bewildered by the outward glamour of material existence. As such, they cannot save us. Still, we think that we are safe within the orbit of family, society, or country. So everybody is impacted by their karma, is under the laws of karma. All these, all living entities. They cannot save themselves. How can they save us? We have the example of Gajendra. So when Gajendra, at the least expected moment, when he was enjoying with his wife and children on the elephant, wife and elephant children, he was enjoying in the water, splashing water on each other. A crocodile caught its leg and he fought with the crocodile for 1,000 years. And his family members, they tried very hard to save Gajendra. And his wives were very sorry and they were crying, but they couldn't help him. And ultimately they all left, leaving Gajendra alone, fighting with the crocodile. So few verses I will read from that section. When the king of the elephants saw he was under the clutches of the crocodile by the will of providence and being embodied and circumstantially helpless, could not save himself from danger, he was extremely afraid of being killed. He consequently thought for a long time and finally reached the following decision. The other elephants, who are my friends and relatives, they could not rescue me from this danger. What then to speak of my wives? They cannot do anything. It is by the will of providence that I have been attacked by the crocodile, and therefore I shall seek shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is always the shelter of everyone, even of great personalities. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is certainly not known to everyone, but he is very powerful and influential. Therefore, although the serpent of eternal time, which is fearful in force, endlessly chases everyone ready to swallow him, if one fears this serpent and seeks shelter of the Lord will give him protection. For even death runs away in the fear of the Lord. I therefore surrender to him, the great and powerful Supreme Authority, who is the actual shelter of everyone. Yad bibheti swayam bhayam. Even fear runs away by hearing the holy name. Fear personified is afraid of the holy name. So only Krishna can give us shelter, nobody else. So Prabhupada writes in the purport to these verses that everybody should fear death. Actually, we are all in situation as like that of Gajendra, because we are also being bitten by the crocodile of time. This time is biting on us, chewing on us every single day. It's imperceptible. We don't know that every day, every moment, we are coming closer to our death. So this crocodile of time is biting on us. So Gauranga Darshan Prabhu was saying for this pastime that, Gajendra was very powerful elephant. He was the king of the elephants. But you can be powerful, but you may not be powerful at all places. Gajendra was powerful on land, but it was not powerful on water. And any abilities that we have, these are all borrowed plumes. So like if a crow borrows feathers from the peacock, does it become a peacock? No. All our abilities are coming from Krishna. There were some demigods that were watching Gajendra fighting with the crocodile, and they were just astonished, and they didn't come to help Gajendra. So Gauranga Darshan Prabhu was saying that there are people who have the capacity to help us, but they don't have the compassion to help us. There are some people like that who have the capability, but they don't have the compassion. And there are people who have the compassion to help us, like our family members, the Gajendra's family members and children were trying to help. They had the compassion, but they did not have the capability to help. But Krishna has both. He has both the compassion and the capability to help us. So Prahlad Maharaj says, Balasya neho sharanam pitro narsinga, nartasya jagadam udanvati majto, nataptasya tat pratividhir, ihan jasheshtas, tavad vibho tanubritam tvad upekshitanam. So this verse says that a father and mother cannot protect a child. A doctor and medicine cannot relieve a suffering patient, and a boat on the water cannot save a drowning man. Until Krishna, you sanction someone to be protected, nobody can protect anyone. So even if we have everybody, our family members, our father, mother, children, everybody is there, but actually nobody has the capability to help us, only Krishna. Why? Because we are suffering because of our karma, and karma can be destroyed only by Krishna. But we seek shelter in others. Prabhupada says, what is the definition of humility? Humility means when we are convinced beyond any doubt that there is nothing in the world that can save me. Not my money, not my family, not my fame, not my gun, not my education. Nothing can save me except for mercy of Krishna. If we are convinced like this, then we are humble. And we need humility to get Krishna's mercy. If we think I can manage things by myself, Krishna, I have a lot of knowledge, I have a lot of contacts that can save me, then Krishna will put us in a situation where we are helpless, that we will realize, actually, no, I was wrong, nothing can save me. Draupadi was in that situation. She had her 5 powerful husbands next to her, Arjun, Yudhishthir, being so much power that they can kill the entire Kaurav army. Still, they couldn't help her in that situation. Bhishma Pitama was there, Dronacharya was there. Nobody could help her. She was in a helpless situation. Finally, she realized, I will only take shelter of Krishna. And she called on to Krishna's name. Immediately Krishna came, as her sari protected her. Even in the case of Gajendra, when Gajendra realized that I am helpless, nobody can save me except for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then Vishnu was running to protect Gajendra. He was running that fast that his clothes were falling apart, his crown was falling. He's running faster than Garuda. Garuda said, wait, Lord, come on top of me, I'll take you. No, 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 my devotee is calling me. I will go and protect. So this is how we need to, if we want, Krishna to protect us, to save us, and we need to be fully surrendered. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha, sarva dharman paritajya. Give up all the dharmas. Give up every other shelter. Just take my shelter. I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Like that. Gajendra, in his prayers, he was calling out to the Lord. He was saying 3 words. He was saying, Muktaya, Bhuri Karunaya, Alayaya. Muktaya, Krishna is the one who is liberated. He is above the modes. Rest, everybody is under the modes. All are conditioned souls. They all have 4 propensities, right, of the conditioned soul. What is that? They are illusion, they make mistakes, they have a cheating propensity, and they are imperfect. They have imperfect senses. That Krishna is not conditioned soul. He is perfect. All his dealings are perfect. He does not make any mistakes. He is above the modes. He is liberated and he only can liberate us. Bhuri Karunaya. He is unlimitedly merciful. Unlimitedly merciful. He gave Aho Bhakyam Stan Kalkutam Jigamasya Payad Apaya Sadvi Lebe Gatim Dhatri Uchitam Tato Anyam Kam Vadayalu Sharanam Vajema. Who can be more merciful than Krishna, who gave a position of the mother to Putana, who came to kill him? And he says that Putana's attire matched like that of mother. Krishna gave mercy to her. Ajamil was not chanting Krishna's name. He was calling out to his son. The name matched. And Gajendra, he did not know that Krishna is a Supreme Lord. He was reciting prayers describing the qualities of the Lord. So the qualities matched. So Krishna, any situation, Krishna is trying to give us mercy, right? He's what do you say? He's figuring out, oh, this person has this one good quality. He ignores all our bad qualities. Like Jagannath, he has his eyes are magnified lens. He magnifies us, or he magnifies on one quality, one little thing that we have done for Krishna. He magnifies on that and he gives us mercy. He is that merciful. And Bhavagrahi Janardhan, right? So yeah, he's looking at, for one thing this person did, I will give him mercy. That's why we are here in Krishna consciousness. We did not have any qualification. We did not do any good things. Nothing. We have done all bad karma, all sins for many, many lifetimes. Offended Krishna, envied Krishna, but still Krishna is so merciful. He has given us a chance to practice Krishna consciousness. He has given us the holy name. He has given us this human body. He has given us the association of devotees, although we don't deserve this. Kalakanta Prabhu was saying, we should not think that we deserve anything. Yeah, so we should, that's why we can take everything as being grateful to Krishna. Otherwise, we take everything for granted. Oh yeah, I must have done something. That's why I deserve this. No, we should think we don't deserve this. But Krishna is so causelessly, unlimitedly merciful that to a sinful person like me, he has given me this. That he has given me the topmost thing, which is the association of devotees, which is the holy name. Topmost thing. So Alayaya is another word that Gajendra uses for Krishna. That Krishna, he is completely aware. He is attentive of everything that is happening to everyone. Because he is the Paramatma in the heart. We are not conscious of the pains and pleasures of other people. If somebody, family member is in pain, we can just ask them, are you in pain? What can I do for you? Can I bring you medicine? But we cannot feel their pain. But Krishna feels our pain. He's Abhigna Swaratman. Abhigna, he is conscious of every living entity. What a black ant on a black night on a black mountain needs, Krishna knows. All the moods, deeds, and needs of everyone, Krishna understands. So, one prayer, Prithu Maharaj says, Krishna, you be like that father, and I'm your son. Like a father knows what is good for the child, you give me whatever you think is best for me. I don't know what is best for, I'm a foolish person. I can desire so many things that can harm me. But you are my father. You know what is best for me. So you give me whatever you think is best for me. Like that. So one devotee, I was hearing one class, he was saying that when we realize that except for Krishna, I have no one in this world. In my time of need, in my time of difficulty, only Krishna can help me, no one else. Then we can make advancement on the path of Krishna consciousness. Nobody is there with me. And of course, devotees are there, but Prabhupada says, devotee should not tell others, I am your friend. Devotee should tell everyone, Krishna is your only friend. Krishna is your only friend. That is the role of a devotee. That Krishna loves you, not that I love you. We cannot love anyone, we are selfish. Krishna loves you, Krishna is your best friend. So Vrajvasi is one who always runs to Krishna in any problem. You know, any demons and anything that would happen to the Vrajvasi, they will just go to Krishna. And Vrajvasi is one who acts wherever Krishna wants to take him, they would go. They move according to the direction of Krishna. Krishna is doing this in my life. Okay, Krishna, that's what you want. I accept that. You know, whatever you are doing in my life is good because I have full faith that you love me. You are my best friend. So whatever you wish for me, I will accept that. That's surrender. I have no complaints. I have no complaints and I have no demands. I don't want anything from you. I just want to serve you and I have no complaints. You do whatever you want to do. And so Sachinandan Maharaj was saying in one of his articles, I like this, I have saved this. Krishna always accompanies you and is your best well-wishing friend. The Lord was with you before birth. Before birth, who was there with us? Our parents were there with us? Anybody was there with us? Only Krishna was there. The Lord was with you before birth. He went through the birth channel with you. He accompanied and protected you during your childhood. And He will be there with you when you lie on your deathbed. He always travels with you. It's a very close relationship, and a devotee must offer the same intimacy back to Krishna by chanting with feelings from an activated spiritual heart. So much love Krishna has for us that He accompanies us wherever we go, in whatever species we are, whatever ant we became, tree we became, tiger, and all the different, we went to hell, we went to Swarga. Krishna was there with us. He never left us. Although we wanted to enjoy separately from Him, we envied Him, we offended Him, but Krishna, He never left us. How can we forget that person who loves us so much? But we do. We forget Him and we remember everything else of this world. We forget Krishna. So Sanatan Goswami was saying this verse yesterday. So this verse can be used. So he was saying this verse for Srimad Bhagavatam, but can be used for Krishna, holy name, or anything related to Krishna. Mad ek bandhu, mat sangin. You are my only friend, Krishna. You are my only companion. Mad guru, man mahadhana. You are my guru, Krishna. Krishna Vande Jagat Guru. Krishna is the Chaitya Guru. He is guiding us. He guided us. By the mercy of Krishna, we got our Guru, spiritual master. Brahman Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bija. Ultimately, Chaitya Guru, many lifetimes, Krishna is guiding us. He is the Guru. Man Mahadhana. He is my greatest treasure. Man Nastaraka. He saves, he is my personal savior. He saves me from all miseries. Mad Bhagya. He is my greatest fortune. Mad Ananda Namostute. He is the greatest form of ecstasy. He gives me the greatest form of ecstasy. He is talking about Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is my best friend. Because Bhagavatam is telling us of Krishna. What is that verse? Krishna left for this. Krishna Swadhama Pagate, Dharma Jnanidhi. Krishna left for this, for the spiritual world, but he left Bhagavatam with us, which is non-different from Krishna, to guide us back to him, because we are lost in this Kali Yuga, in this ignorance. So another pastime, I was thinking of this, not pastime, but a story which touches me a lot, is the king who had 4 wives. So one king, he had 4 wives, and the 4th wife he loved very much. He would give everything nice to this wife. He treated her with finest delicacies, gave her nothing but the best. And he also loved his 3rd wife, and he would show off this wife to others because he was very proud of this wife. And he loved his 2nd wife also, and she was his confident. He would go to her for any matters of discussion, and she was very patient and considerate and would give him suggestions. And then king had a 1st wife, and she was very loyal partner of the king, and she made a lot of contributions in giving him his wealth, his kingdom, everything. She was responsible for it. But this person, he didn't like his 1st wife. He would not he would not give attention to her. So one day the king fell ill, and now it was time for him to go, and he was thinking, oh, I'll go alone. I don't want to go alone. I want to take someone with me. So let me ask one of my wives if they will come with me. So he asked his 4th wife first, will you come with me? I loved you the most. I gave you the finest clothing, jewelry, everything, and showed great care for you. Now I'm dying. Will you come with me? And this 4th wife says, no way, no way. And she walked out without any other word. And her words cut him like a sharp knife into his heart. So then he asked his 3rd wife, I have loved you all my life. Now I'm dying. Will you follow me? Accompany me? And she said, no, life is too good. And when you die, I will remarry. I'll remarry. And then he says, okay, let me ask my 2nd wife. So he said, 2nd wife, I turned to you for help. You have always been with me, and now I'm dying. Will you give me company? And she says, I'm sorry, I cannot help you this time. At the most I can do is I can send you to your grave. I can accompany you till your grave. I cannot go further. So then a voice called out from behind, and it was his 4th wife, first wife. So the king looked up and said, oh, this is my 1st wife. And the 1st wife was saying, I'll live with you. I will follow you no matter where you go. I will accompany you. So the king, he saw his 1st wife was malnutrition. She was very skinny, neglected. And the king was very grieved. He thought that, oh, this is the wife that loved me the most, and I had neglected her all throughout my life. I should have taken better care of her when I had the chance. So this is kind of an analogy. What is a 4th wife? Who we give all the nicest things, finest clothing, spend money on her. Body will ditch us. The first thing that goes out is body. It will leave us. 3rd wife, that said, I will remarry. Once you die, I will remarry. Who's that? Possessions, wealth and possessions. When we die, they go to someone else, our relatives, friends. 2nd wife, who we confided with, and they helped us, giving us suggestions, our family and friends. But at the most, they can go up to our grave. And who is the 1st wife? That always accompanies us, and she's saying, I love you, even though you didn't love me, you neglected me, I'll go with you, wherever you go. Paramatma. That's Krishna. He will come with us. So Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was saying, Krishna is ever willing, ever waiting, and ever working. Ever waiting. Even though we have neglected him for many, many lifetimes, he's waiting for us to turn to him, giving us so many opportunities again and again in multiple lifetimes. Okay, sending devotees to our life, guru to our life. Ever willing, even though we have offended him, but he neglects. Okay, this, like a child might do so many offenses to the father, but the father would not take it too seriously. Forget it. Ever working, ever working. Always Krishna has nothing to do. He has so many devotees in spiritual world he can enjoy with dancing with the gopis, but still he's concerned for each one of us. He's more anxious for us to come back to him than we are. Every jiva Krishna is anxious of, because every jiva is a child of Krishna. That's why when we bring Krishna's child back to him, he is so obliged to us. So for every person, Krishna is so concerned. So last thing, purport, the whole materialistic advancement of human civilization is like the decoration of a dead body. Everyone is a dead body, flapping only for a few days, and yet all the energy of human life is being wasted in the decoration of this dead body. Shukadev Goswami is pointing out the duty of a human being after showing the actual position of bewildered human activities. Persons who are devoid of knowledge of Atma Tattva are misguided, but those who are devotees of the Lord and have perfect realization of transcendental knowledge are not bewildered. So everything which is not bhakti is a decoration on the dead body. Bhagavad bhakti hinasya jati shastra japatama apranasya dehasya mandanam loka ranjanam. So jati shastra japatapa, our birth in a nice family, our reading of various shastra, our chanting of mantras, our tapa, our austerity, if that does not lead us to becoming a pure devotee, all of that is just decorations on a dead body. It's useless. So out of all these things that we do in bhakti, ultimately, we should get to the stage of doing pure devotional service and getting all the good qualities of a devotee: humility, tolerance, titikshava, karunika, surida, sarvadehi nama, jata shastrava, shanta, sadhava, sadhu bhushanam. All these are actual ornaments of a sadhu. These good qualities are the actual ornaments. People can decorate themselves with all these ornaments. Their body is dead. Ultimately, the body would be converted into three things: stool, ashes, and worms. So what is the point of externally decorating the body? The real decoration is what? These good qualities of a devotee is a real decoration. All Vaishnava etiquette. There's one verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Following Vaishnava etiquette is the ornament of a devotee. Okay, so I wanted to sing one song, Udilo Aruna. Maybe we can pull that up, and then I'll do the last verse, which is continuing from this song. So we can all sing this verse. उदिलो अरुणा पूरब भागे द्विज मणि गौरा मणि जागे उदिलो अरुणा पूरब भागे द्विज मणि गौरा मणि जागे भक्ता समूह लोय साथे गेला नागर ब्राजे ताथे ताथे भाजेला खान घना घना ताहे झाझेरा रो प्रेमे धला धल सोनार अंगा चरणे नुपुर बाजे मुकुंद माधव यादव हरि बोले न बोलो रे वदन भोरी मुकुंद माधव बोले न बोलो रे नीचे नीला भाषे गेलो रे राधे दिवसा शरीर साजे हे मोला दुर्लभ चरमेनु पुर भाजे करे में पूरी बेलाजे उदित तापन होले आस्था बिना गेलो बोली होए बेव्यस्ता तबे खेनो बे आलस होए ना भजारी गया राजे जीवन नित्या जहरता काहे नाना विधा विपद नामाश्रय करी जतन भूमि आकाहापन काजे विवेरा कल्याण साधन का जगते अशीरे मधुर अविद्या तिमिरा तपन रूपे वेदवान विराजे कृष्ण नाम सुधा करियो पान जुरो भक्ति विनोद नाम बिना किछु नाही करो चौद भुवन माजे उदिलो अरुणा पूरब भागे द्विज मणि गौरा मणि जागे भक्त समूहा लोए साथे गेला नागर भ्राजे Go over the translation. When the rising sun appeared in the east, the jewel of the twice born Lord Gaurasundar awakened, and taking his devotees with him, he went all over the countryside, towns and villages. The mridangas resounded tathai tathai, and the jhanja, the metal kartals, in that kirtan played in time. Lord Gauranga's golden form slightly trembled in ecstatic love of Godhead, and his foot bells jingled. All the devotees chanted Mukunda, Madhav, Yadav, Hari, and their mouths were filled with these vibrations. And they announced to the still sleeping people, you spend your nights uselessly sleeping and your days decorating your bodies. You have achieved such a rare human body, but you do not care for this gift. You remain not serving the darling of Yashoda and slowly fall through your last moments to death. Every rising and setting of the sun, a day passes and is lost. Then why do you remain idle and not serve the Lord of the heart? This temporary life is full of various miseries. Take shelter of the holy name, and that's your only business. To penetrate the darkness of ignorance and to bless everyone's heart, the holy name has risen like the shining sun. Drink the pure nectar of the holy name of Krishna. There is nothing but the name to be had in the 14 worlds. It has filled the soul of Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Naam bina kichu nahi ko aro chauda bhuvan maje. There's nothing but the holy name to be had. So, such a rare human form body that we have attained, such a rare gift that we have attained, but we are sleeping. We all sleeping. If we are in false designations, thinking of ourselves as just these bodily terms, then we are sleeping. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is waking us up from this dream. So we finished this purport, right? There is one purport I wanted to read regarding this, and then we'll move on to the. Prabhupada in this purport is saying that we can't help anyone. We perform philanthropic work thinking that we are friends of human society. Someone may proclaim himself to be a very good national worker, best friend of people, but actually he cannot be the greatest friend of everyone. Only friend is Krishna. We should try to raise the consciousness of the conditioned soul to the platform of understanding that Krishna is his actual friend. If one makes friendship with Krishna, one will never be cheated and he will get all help needed. So if we are want to benefit others, we should tell everyone that Krishna is your best friend, and if you make friendship with Krishna, you will never be cheated. Okay, so then we'll move on to the next verse. Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Hari Shrotavya Kirtitavyascha Smartavyasche Chata Bhayam. Translation. O descendant of King Bharat, one who desires to be free from all miseries must hear about, glorify, and also remember the personality of Godhead, who is the super soul, the controller, and the savior from all miseries. Krishna is the one who can save us from all miseries. So we should hear, we should glorify, and we should remember Krishna. Purport. In the previous verse, Sri Shukdev Goswami has described how the foolish materially attached men are wasting their valuable time in the improvement of the material conditions of life by sleeping, indulging in sex life, developing economic conditions, and maintaining a band of relatives who are to be vanquished in the air of oblivion. Being engaged in all these materialistic activities, the living soul entangles himself in the cycle of law fruitive actions. This entails the chain of birth and death in the 8.4 million species of life: aquatics, vegetables, reptiles, birds, beasts, uncivilized men, and then again the human form, which is the chance for getting out of the cycle of fruitive action. Therefore, if one desires freedom from this vicious circle, then one must cease to act as a karmi or enjoyer of the results of one's work, good or bad. One should not do anything, either good or bad, on his own account, but must execute everything on behalf of the Supreme Lord, the ultimate proprietor of everything that be. This process of doing work is recommended in Bhagavad Gita 9:27. So this verse is Yat karoshi yadashnasi yat jahosi tapasyasi yat jahosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kontaya tat kurushva mad arpanam. That Krishna is saying, whatever you do, whatever you eat, ashnasi, what jahosi, whatever you offer or give away, whatever tapasya you do it for me. Everything that any activity that we are doing, any help that we are giving to anyone, we should not think that I am helping this person. No, I am doing this for Krishna. Then we will never be disappointed, because we try to help others. When time comes, they don't reciprocate, and then we have these expectations from the other person, and we become disappointed, we become sad. No, we did it for Krishna. I was doing everything for Krishna, and this person is Krishna's child. So I'm trying to please Krishna by pleasing Krishna's child. So in that way, we're never disappointed. And Krishna never fails in his reciprocation. Krishna always reciprocates perfectly. So then further along, Prabhupada is saying, therefore, one should first all hear about the Lord. When one has perfectly and scrutinizingly heard, one must glorify his acts and deeds, and thus it will become possible to remember constantly the transcendental nature of the Lord. So it all starts with Shravanam. More we hear about the Lord, about the glories of the Lord, his reciprocation with his devotees, how he never fails to protect his devotees, and more we speak about him to others. So that is Shravanam. After Shravanam, we do Kirtanam. How can we do Kirtanam? How can we chant the holy name? Once we need to, before that, we need to hear the glories of the holy name. Then we will chant the holy name. And Kirtanam also means to tell others about Krishna. Until you hear about Krishna, how can you tell others about Krishna? So after Shravanam and after Kirtanam, only then can be Smaranam. Then we can remember the Lord. When one has perfectly and scrutinizingly heard, one must glorify his acts and deeds, and thus it will be possible to remember constantly the transcendental nature of the Lord. Hearing about and glorifying the Lord are identical with the transcendental nature of the Lord. And by so doing, one be always in the association of the Lord. So, what is a pure devotee? Prabhupada says, one who knows that the holy name is not different from Krishna. Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. The deity form of Krishna is not different from Krishna. So, every time we are engaging in some devotional activity, we are associating with Krishna. And how we associate, who we associate with, we get that effect, right? So, if we are associating with the purest, then we'll also become pure. But we need to have that bhav. So the effect that we get from the devotional activity is based on our faith in that devotion. If we need to have that faith, oh, I'm with Krishna, I'm chanting Krishna's name, I'm with Krishna, Krishna is with me, then that would have a much greater effect than someone who is negligently chanting Krishna's name. He will also get benefited, but not that benefit that one person is chanting with knowing that Krishna is with me. This brings freedom from all sorts of fear. Associating, with the Lord, we become purified. When we become purified, then we become free from all kinds of fear. Because Bhagavatam says all our fear is coming from where? Bhayam dvitiya abhiniveshata syat ishadapitasya viparyosmiti tan mayata buddh abhajetvam bhakta ekesham guru devatatma. All fear is arising by our self misidentifying ourselves with the body, with the bodily relationships. So we have fear, like in ignorance. If we see in darkness a rope lying on the street, we think it's a snake and we become fearful. Out in ignorance, we are fearful. When we know the truth, I am this, I am the spirit soul. And I'm not, I never take birth, I never die, nothing can go wrong. Krishna is there with me as my eternal best friend, right? Tapasam sarva loka maheshwar suridam sarva bhutana. Then there is peace, there is no fear. That's a peace formula. So then the Lord is a super soul Paramatma present in the hearts of all living beings, and thus by the above hearing and glorifying process, the Lord invites the association of all his creation. The process of hearing about and glorifying the Lord is applicable for everyone, whoever he may be, and it will lead one to the ultimate success in everything in which one may be engaged by providence. So anything that we do in Krishna Bhakti is success in our life. Every mantra that we are chanting, it's taking us one step closer to Krishna. So every moment should be utilized in doing Krishna conscious activities, because we need to have Krita Punya Punja. We have millions and millions of lifetimes of credits need to be accumulated for us to go back home, back to Godhead. So every moment is a chance for us to accumulate more and more of this wealth, right? So no mantra is wasted. So mantra that we have chanted is our eternal wealth that we have accumulated. There are many classes of human beings, fruitive workers, empirical philosophers, mystic yogis, and ultimately the unalloyed devotees. For all of them, one and the same process is applicable for achieving the desired success. Same process, chanting the holy name that our acharyas have done, Haridas Thakur has done, Rupa Goswami, all the Goswamis has done. Same process. But we don't have faith in that process. We have not fully taken shelter of the holy name. That's why it's not working for us. It worked for them. There's a scientific process. If it works for one, it will work for the other person. It has to be done in a proper way. Proper process has to be followed. Avoiding offenses, avoiding aparads. Everyone wants to be free from all kinds of fear, and everyone wants the fullest extent of happiness in life. The perfect process for achieving this here and now is recommended in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is uttered by the great authority Shukdev Goswami. By hearing about glorifying the Lord, all a person's activities become molded into spiritual activities, and thus all conception of material miseries become completely vanquished. So many pastimes are there. I was thinking some pastimes where Chaitanya Charitamrita says, if we remember Krishna, difficult things will become easy. But if we don't remember Krishna, even easy things will become very difficult. Kathanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet. Vismrite vipritam syat Shri Chaitanya namamitam. Vismrite, if we forget Krishna, then trouble. If we remember Krishna, no trouble. So like we have the pastime of Vasudev leper in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was suffering from leprosy, but he was a very elevated devotee. He had worms all over his body. Any worm that would fall from his body, he would pick it up and put it back. He was suffering from leprosy, and the whole village, everybody, his family members had rejected him because his body was filled with worms and was having a very foul odor. Yeah. People get attracted to us because we look nice and we have everything, nice, good qualities. But somebody who has this disease, everybody rejects him. Go away, don't come closer to me. It's contagious. I'll get the disease too. Go away. Everybody was rejecting him. But he was a nice devotee. He was fully Krishna conscious. So this Vasudev leper, he understood that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come to Kurma Brahman's place, and so he wanted to desperately meet Mahaprabhu. So he walked a long distance to come to see Mahaprabhu. But as soon as he reached, he found out that Mahaprabhu had left that place. Kurma Brahman's place, he has left and he is gone. So he became very disappointed and he started to cry and remember the Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the heart of everyone. He knows my devotee is desperately desiring my association. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had gone far, but he came back. He turned around and he came back. And what did he do? He embraced Vasudev leper. So Vasudev, as soon as he embraced, his disease went away. He got a very beautiful body. And so this Vasudev leper, he started to cry. He said, "Oh my merciful Lord, such mercy is not possible for ordinary living entities. Such mercy can be found only in you. Even a sinful person goes away due to my bad bodily odor. Everybody was running away from me. Nobody would wanted me close, but you have embraced me. Oh, such mercy. You have touched me, you have embraced me." And now he's feeling very much anxious. I must be, if everybody hears about what kind of mercy I've gotten, they must think, oh, this Vasudev leper is a great devotee. He's very elevated. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cured him. So he was very fearful that he will develop pride in him. And as soon as somebody develops pride, he forgets Krishna. Because he puts himself in the center. I am the enjoyer. So he was very much in anxiety that now I will forget you if I develop pride in me that I got your special mercy. What should I do? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you incessantly chant Hare Krishna and you preach to others. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, you preach to others. In that way, you will remember me always. You will never develop pride. So like that, so Krishna has, Krishna has shown mercy to many. Even I was remembering this, who was that? Gangadas Pandit. In this Chaitanya Leela, Mahaprakash Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is calling all his devotees and he's telling them, you remember at that time that somebody helped you. So Gangadas Pandit, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is remembering when you were running from all these Muslims who were chasing you, your wives and daughters, and you came to a dead end, Ganga's dead end, and you were thinking, oh, let me commit suicide because nobody is there to, and he was desperately remembering the Lord. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you remember at that time a boat came out of nowhere and a boatman, and then you got into the boat with all your family members and you were saved. You know what? I came in the form of that boatman. To another devotee, he says Das. He doesn't mention the name. He says, you remember you were very sick at that time, a doctor came and he cured you? I was that doctor. To Haridas Thakur says, you remember all these Muslims were beating you with so many lashes, you were not feeling any pain? Because I came and covered you with my, I covered you, and see all my lashes at the back. I took all these lashes on your behalf. And all these devotees, they were saying, so much mercy, like Krishna is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful, and they fell down unconscious crying, oh Lord came just to protect me, to save me from all these miseries. So in this material world, there is padam padam yad vipadam, there is danger at every step. Krishna is protecting us at every step. We don't see Krishna. These people did not know that it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that came. We think that, oh, some coincidence happened, I was saved. No, it was Krishna who is saving us at every moment, because every step there is danger. So many things can go wrong in the body when we are traveling on the road. So many accidents happen, but Krishna is giving us one more chance, one more day, that you can practice Krishna consciousness. So we should realize, and we should be ever grateful to Krishna. Every moment, that Krishna has given us. In Krishna consciousness, we are able to sit with the devotees, chant the holy name, hear Bhagavatam. Our ears are working, our eyes are working, our body is functioning, our brain is working. That's such a great gift that nobody else can give us. Nobody else can give us. Amarendra Prabhu was saying, to a wife, a husband can give a gift like a nose ring, and she will be thinking of that husband. Oh, my husband is so nice and so loving, he gave me this gift. She is not thinking who gave her the nose, who gave her the ears to put the earrings. That thing cannot be replaced. Nobody can replace the ears and eyes and nose when they gets defected, the kidneys and all. Krishna has given us such valuable gifts, but we don't remember him. We remember people who give us these small insignificant gifts, but we don't remember Krishna has given us the greatest gift, this human body and the holy name, the devotee. So being ever grateful to Krishna, we can remember Krishna. So I'll stop here if you have any comments.
Thank you. If you feel more grateful, then you want to do something for the person, right? You want to do something more for the person. You not just say thank you. You want to give a gift, or you want to do some. If you feel very grateful to the person, then what you'll say? I'll give you everything I have. I'll surrender to you. I'll give my life. So surrender can come about when we feel grateful to the Lord, and the degree to which we feel grateful for all that Krishna has given us. If you feel more and more grateful, oh, Krishna saved me. Yesterday I was going to get into an accident. Krishna saved me. Like something like that, right? Sometimes we get into difficulty. Then we say, oh, Krishna, now I will give my life to you. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, you don't have a job and you get a job or something like that. Then you say, Krishna, I will do everything for you. Now I'm done. But then we forget.
We forget Krishna saved us from so many troubles in our life. Krishna saved us this time, we forget. Yeah.
So all the things, generally we say, I don't have this, I don't have that. But we don't count our blessings. What we have been given, right? We have been given, you go to Ukraine, they don't have enough to eat, or Gaza Strip, right? They don't have anything to eat. They are like running here and there. We have nice prasadam. We have like nice, quiet environment, calm, and so many things. And so many people don't have this. So we don't think that, oh, we have all this. So Krishna has given me so much. Mm-hmm. But we think, oh, I don't have that, person has something, I don't have that. Let me get that. Mm-hmm. And then we tell God, oh, God, you gave me all this, but I don't have that. So I want that. Mm-hmm. So we are always like dissatisfied at heart. Mm-hmm. Because there will be always somebody who will have materially more than us something. They have more money or more. So we always think of, oh, that person has that, I don't have that. But whatever we have, we should be satisfied. So one austerity of mind is to be satisfied with what we have, what Krishna has given us, and not hanker. And then we can be peaceful and we can do whatever, with whatever we have, we can serve Krishna. Mm-hmm.
Hare Krishna. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would be saying, if there is a session discourse where number of times the name Krishna appears, then he is very satisfied. So this particular session had Krishna's name coming up so many times. There is only one question which is there. Humility, you said is like if one agrees to protection of Krishna. Yeah, how do we explain this to others?
Nothing can protect me except for Krishna's
Nothing
mercy.
can protect other than Krishna. That is humility. So how can we explain this? Because in modern world, humility is something which is just opposite to what we see. Because modern world is a world of competition. So how do we explain this to others?
Here's who learns by hearing Shastra. So the Shastra is telling, Kaunteya pratijani naam hai bhaktya pranashya shelters, just take my shelter. So Shastra is telling, intelligent person learns by hearing the Shastra. A second class intelligent person learns by seeing others. Doctor says, I don't know where this pain is coming from. And this doctor sends him to another doctor. Another doctor is roaming all around. And can somebody save me? I'm taking this medicine, but the medicine is not working. So we see this person is in a helpless situation, like Gajendra's situation, right? He was in a helpless situation. We don't need to be in that situation to realize it. One devotee was saying, we don't need to have cancer to become serious. We should see other people going through that and say, my time is next. Like that goat eating green grass, but it's on the assembly line, it's next. So I am next. And this person went through this. I have a similar body like his. We share 99.99% of the genes. If that thing can happen to that person, it can happen to me also. So putting yourself in other person's shoes and becoming serious, seeing other person's situation, helpless. Everybody gets into a helpless situation where nobody can help them. No medicine, no doctor, no family member, nothing. Draupadi situation, Uttara's situation, Rajendra. So many, that those are scriptural examples, but also around us, people going through those situations, we can see them. We have other devotees also, but we should become serious now. When they get into that situation, it's very hard for them to chant, read Shastra, very hard to progress. But that situation is also getting them closer to Krishna. Any situation is auspicious. Even if materially it's bad, it is auspicious if it takes you closer to Krishna. But any good situation, very materially good situation, if it makes you forget Krishna, it's inauspicious. So even devotees, when they go through difficulty, if that situation makes them take shelter of Krishna, and if they remember that situation, because many times we go through a situation where we forget, things improve. We were very bad in our health, something happened, we got improved, then we move on. Now we are trying to enjoy materially. No, we should remember that, oh, Krishna saved me. He saved me, so give me another chance. So what I'm saying is that we see other devotees, others, living entities around us going through difficult times. We learn from there. That's a second class devotee, right? A third class devotee, he goes through personal experience, he still does not. It still does not understand. We have been through, everybody of us have had problems, bodily problems, financial problems, so many different types of miseries we have had. We have passed through that because it's temporary. It's temporary. But then we didn't learn from it. We need to learn from it. We need to remember it always. I am very much indebted to Krishna that he saved me from that situation. I will give my life to him, like Prabhupada is saying. I will give my life to him because he saved me from that situation.
Like somebody saves us also. That is also Krishna's arrangement only, right? So like we are sitting nice, it's cold outside, we are sitting here, it's heating. So some scientist invented this. Scientist has made this heating thing. But the intelligence of the scientist came from Krishna only. Krishna says, Buddhi Buddhi Matamasmi. So indirectly, okay, somebody is helping us, but that help is also coming through Krishna only. Yes. Of course, we think that we have done it. But that is Maya, right? To think that I have done it on my own. That most people, because we want to feel like that, we are in the material world. We think that I am the one who is doing it, right? But actually, it is Krishna who is giving all the arrangement and the intelligence. Okay, we can say by my past karma, I am getting this intelligence. But karma is also given by Krishna only. Right? He is the one who gives the results of karma.
Yeah. In a moment, he can remove that power. For Arjuna also, when he was coming with Krishna's wives, such a powerful warrior, but he got easily defeated by the coward men. Because Krishna removed that power. Any moment he can take away the power. We should never feel proud of any ability that we have. It can be taken away from us anytime because Krishna wants to humble us. That's his mercy. Indra also was humbled by Krishna, right? So that Indra becomes a pure devotee. Krishna wants us to become a pure devotee. If we are not humble, we will be humbled, right? So better give up all proprietorship
Like
mentality.
Guru is also sent by Krishna. I mean, Dhruva Maharaj was in the forest, and Narada Muni came out. So ultimately, it was Krishna's arrangement. The Narada, as she was saying, super soul in the heart inspires Narada Muni. Go and so we got the mercy of Guru, Guru Krishna Prasad Vipayat. Of course, Prabhupada says devotees are more merciful than Krishna.
Yeah.
But it's either devotee or Krishna.
Chandramauli Maharaj was saying that one time he forgot his name. He has this memory also. Krishna is giving us Sarvasya Chamridhi Matas Smritir Jnanam Apohanam Cha. We should not think that, I have memorized all these shlokas, I can speak this philosophy. No, Krishna is giving us remembrance. And if he takes away the we can't even remember the holy name. We can't even remember our own name. What are we? We are so helpless.
Like
So-
Arjuna, right? He could not save. Arjuna could not save the
wives of Krishna.
He said, I have the same Gandhi and everything.
So even though there is, we are way over time, we should stop because we also have to help in the
Yeah.
cut-up. But yeah, I'll ask the question. I have the question for YouTube viewers. It will be a cliffhanger. Oh, you can't hear, right? So that's what you are saying. The Krishna is merciful, but the devotees are more merciful. Prabhupada said. And you also mentioned that Krishna has given us the topmost gift, which is devotee association that you mentioned. Before that, you also mentioned that Draupadi also had the purest devotees, Pandavas, by her side. They couldn't help. So no, but then it's an ironical thing, right? That Krishna is giving you the devotees, but they cannot help. So, and then here also in the previous purport, Prabhupada is saying that nobody is your friend or nobody can help
Because
you.
all are conditioned souls.
Yeah, but we are talking about pure devotees.
Pure devotees. Yeah,
But,
the pure
yeah.
devotee will tell us that only Krishna is your shelter. Take the holy name. He will not tell, I will protect you, I will save you. No, he will say, take the holy name. The holy name will protect you.
But then, yeah, it's like,
He'll connect us to Krishna.
Krishna is making the process longer.
No, but the devotees are helping us remember Krishna. That's their help that they're giving us. They're helping us remember Krishna, remember the holy name. But holy name will protect us.
And also, it's not easy to directly reach to Krishna. Then we have to take shelter of the devotees.
Correct.
It's not
Correct.
possible to go
Correct.
directly.
We cannot have faith in the process until it's given. Bhakti is given by another bhakta.
Right.
That faith and love that other devotees, they can give it to us. So yeah, we have to serve
So many
them.
times in your class, you mentioned that nobody can help. But I mean, of course, it's we are talking about
But वही तो कि devotees, if they are being friend of someone, they will tell us Krishna is your best friend, not that I am your friend. Because even devotees, if we have too much expectation from devotees and they have so many devotees to take care, then we might feel neglected, right?
that is their side of thinking, right? But from our side, we are thinking that no, he is helping me. He is thinking, no, I am not helping Krishna. But from my perspective, he is helping. You are helping. Otherwise, who will give me Krishna? Guru is helping. Who will?
So I think that verse was talking about family. If the family is a devotee and if they're trying to
That's
help you
also another
become
thing.
Krishna conscious, then
Exactly.
it's another thing.
Yeah. So that's what, like, in the context is so important to mention that it's those who are not favorable. But if if my family was not here, I would be another, still rascal, but more bigger rascal. But they are making
but
sure that.
also no.
But even if there is family, we are still rascals. Because devotees, even among devotees also,
Humble
the entire concept of what Srila Prabhupada is driving is pure devotional service.
Yeah, and also
We have never not reached purity at all.
yeah,
That
but
is
also
why
these.
we seek association
Primera
so that
स्वभाव यहाँ primera
little by
स्वभाव.
little some steps we can take. Otherwise, we are lost.
Even Bhakti Vinod Thakur says it's not pure.
Yeah, but all these family members also external designations, because we are thinking with this body and this person is my wife or this person is my child. That's false designation. They are not our family members because we are not this body. It's only temporary, short duration that we have come together, but it's all
But if it is
temporary.
devotee, then it's association.
It's just association. Now everybody is trying to help each other get
We also
closer
said
to
this is
Krishna.
Prabhupada's family, right? So this is our big family. And here Prabhupada said one should not depend on the family, the society, the country. Country, it's all right. The society, this is Society for Krishna Consciousness, right? This is a family of devotees.
Correct.
So that context,
Maybe that is mundane family.
that's what it's.
Because
But-
finally we'll have to go to another family anyway.
Yeah.
When it comes
Original
to,
family.
as soon as we turn to Krishna consciousness, then now you depend more on your family. You depend more on your devotee society.
The real family. Yeah, this is our real family. That's other family, material relationships.
You remove Krishna consciousness, then it's all.
It's illusion.
Yeah,
Bhagavad
it's-
Bhakti tells us.
Anything related to Krishna becomes real. Anything which is devoid of Krishna in the center is all illusory. Maya.
The whole thing about Draupadi also, that okay, she also had the pure devotees association. Bhishma Dev in the assembly, Pandavas in the assembly.
But Krishna wants to show in that pastime. If you
What I have heard, ill effects of gambling, right? Ill effects of gambling also is shown through that.
But I had heard that Bhishma Dev did not speak because he wanted
Krishna to come.
glorify
I've heard that.
Krishna.
Krishna, he is a pure devotee, Mahajan. How can he go wrong? But Bhishma Dev was saying, in what form Krishna will come, let me see. Because I know that Krishna is a friend of Draupadi. He will definitely come to protect her. But in what form he will come, I want to see.
So I did not know about that part, but I knew that Krishna will for sure protect.
Yeah. But nobody saw Krishna. They only saw sari, unlimited sari. So Krishna came in the form of that unlimited sari.
But Krishna can protect body or may not protect body.
Consciousness. Correct. Yeah, so that's why devotee does not complain to Krishna. Krishna, you made this happen to me, accident happened to me, you didn't protect. That's not a pure devotee. Pure devotee would say, whatever you do is good for me, Krishna. It must be my karma, but you have minimized my suffering. Always being grateful to Tatyanu Kamam Susukshma.
ग्रंथ राज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय।